welcome back everyone. Been a bit of a break, but everyone enjoyed the holidays, but you know what's not a holiday? Oh, just sun colds, casually trying to take over the world. Oh, wait, what? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. What did you say? I didn't say anything.
Sounds like
no
a usual
rest
Tuesday.
for the wicked.
Anyway, party is currently investigating a religious temple that is dedicated to the sun goddess Eris, which isn't very accurate, as Eris isn't a sun god, and she's also not a fallen angel. Regardless, the party is also interested in a certain elf that has somehow ended up trapped in the Temple of the Sun. And we rejoin them this week to figure out how they're going to get in.
So yeah, if we're leaving it from where we just left off, Cicada did a thing.
Yeah, and Korax is on his way to set up the disguise trap.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to go on that. Get on that. It's getting late.
So you will head to the temple?
Oh no,
or we could go to the owlry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm headed to the owlry.
All right.
I think the plan was to try to catch to try to trick whoever is killing the employees of the owlry, and apparently try to catch them.
So you're heading.
The poor unfortunate soul is a guy. We feel sorry for him.
Maybe technically we haven't really thought of an actual full plan. So what exactly is the full plan?
Well, Korax is gonna be in disguise as a guard, waiting for the guy to show up and then ambush him.
Lure him in, knock him out, disguise ourselves as him, and use that to sneak into the temple.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We're gonna need at least a couple people in there to be maybe invisible or stealthed.
I could turn maybe invisible.
So
For one place.
Can you turn invisible and still move?
No.
I can stealth and move if
I can turn invisible.
So let's start with the first part of your plan there. So you're going to the owlry and you're going to try and catch the guy, yes?
That is correct.
So you're going to take over someone's guard shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably the times that apparently the guards have been killed.
Yeah, I figure it won't be too hard to find someone in around that time and who's willing to give up a shift.
So, you find someone who wants to take your shift and who will willingly trade you his shift, and he just straight up runs away.
I don't blame him. And the last guy on the shift got murdered.
Well, at least he realizes what he got himself into when he took the job.
I just made a mistake, dear Korax.
Guard duty is normally reserved for soldiers who have served, and it's meant to be an easygoing thing. Just keep a watch out, and if something happens, call. It's easy motive. It's that's what most guards think they're signing up for. So you're given a small little tower on wooden beams with just a little railing and a couple of fortifications, little ladder that goes up the side. Doesn't have any real roof except a small bit of wood that's on top of it, if that makes sense. And
Like a watchtower.
Yeah, it's literally a watchtower. I'm just describing the watchtower.
It's just a raised platform, though.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like, yeah. So Korox is on that, just in a borrowed uniform.
why does it never select the bloody... Like, that's not the line I'm trying to delete. Why won't you just... Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now I can actually draw the roof.
Okay.
So, you got yourselves a little watchtower. It's in the middle of a fairly wide field. You can see fairly far in all directions. What do you do?
Wait, Ryu isn't exactly good at stealth. Maybe he should also serve as a guard.
That's what he would do.
Would that also work? Unless the person only targets one specific person who is alone.
I'm almost certain that will be the case.
Maybe they could split up a little bit. It's like not too far away from each other, but just like all the hidden people in between them.
Are you asking me or are you asking the party?
Asking the party.
Okay.
I don't know.
But with decision making, I'm just gonna stay close by to where I can see. Won't see everything.
I can see everything in the dark.
Me too.
Well, me more than usual.
But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who can't see in the dark.
It's okay, I can see for you.
If there's two of us, then the guy won't show up.
That's why we're trying to stay hidden. Speaking of, let's see how my rolls are going to be tonight. Okay, that bodes well. Awesome.
You fumble.
Again, it's a wide open field. You can see in all directions. Where are you hiding?
I mean, you've not really anywhere to hide for them.
Alright, might as well go invisible then.
The watchtower is raised off the ground. You probably can't... In fact, from where Korax is standing, you actually can't really see him.
Oh. Okay, in that case, reworking the plan entirely. The rest of you on the watchtower, Korax is going to be standing on his own.
Okay.
You sure you want to stand on your own? Isn't the watchtower of it's where they usually are killed?
Yeah, you can see.
Or is it just the area?
Yeah.
You can see.
Well, presumably.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, presumably it would go for the one on his own, so we want to lure them out.
And Korax is the best protected out of all of us.
Hopefully. Fine, just get up on the watchtower then.
Alright. You all climb up to the watchtower. And I am going to have to take that stealth, Jezebel. But everyone else may roll stealth. Except for Sakita, because you already rolled stealth.
Yeah.
And for me, because I'm actually trying to be as conspicuous as possible.
Yes.
Oof.
Alright.
Ryu is not conspicuous at all.
Cora vanishes.
So, those of you
Excuse me.
who are invisible do get advantage. But you still need to roll, Cora.
Just getting to it.
So, while both Cora and Cicada are able to stay hidden relatively well, Jezebel is leaning over the railing and has pulled Ryu over and is pointing to various landmarks in the town that her little friend contact had told her about. For example, and that place over there is where that one guy died by, he fell down the stairs. If you wanna...
Nobody warned him about the stairs.
That's the sort of thing you were being told about, Jezebel. Feel free to make stuff up.
A little bit about some of the hunts I did around here too.
Is this really the time?
I'm bored.
You mean to tell me only that you've never? You mean to tell me that you've never like hidden anything before, like to assassinate a target or hunt prey or anything like that?
Oh, yes, but nobody's shown up yet. So I'm just a little bored. Might as well do a little story time.
Can I hear all of this from here?
Roll perception, you are a fair distance away.
Because if I can, I'm gonna go further away. Nope.
You can hear Jezebel, you can't... No? You can't hear Jezebel, you can hear Ryu. Because he rolled the lowest stealth. How far away are you moving? You are currently 60 feet away from the watchtower.
I want to be... I want to be far enough away that I look like an easy target.
Well, you've certainly achieved that. Regardless, the hour passes, and those of you who used your invisibility return to visible space. By this point, dawn has set, and you can see stars starting to form in the sky.
You mean the sun is set?
Yeah. It's night duty.
Yeah, but you said
dusk.
dawn. You
Sorry.
said dawn had...
I get you, sorry. I meant dusk.
Yeah. Dusk has fallen. That's the expression.
Yes, I know. Anyway, it's an hour after sunset. Your invisibility fades.
Korak is pretending to nod off.
Okay. I guess I can use my invisibility again.
No, don't. Just lie flat on your stomachs to be less obvious.
Okay, I guess I'm going prone then.
Hey, go prone, don't move.
Okay? So I need you all to roll me another stealth check.
More stealth. Okay. It's dark, so...
Oh, look at that! A stealth. Ryu didn't roll a nat 1 on stealth for once.
In before there's 4 natural ones in a row again.
Oh my god.
I actually hear that's a bug. I actually hear that's a bug with Roll20, where sometimes it gives you the same number 4 times in a row. It's a bug.
No,
Nope,
it's
that's
just
probability.
really unlucky.
Yeah,
And-
like probability, true random probability never looks truly random.
Yeah. Because, simply put, the odds are never in your favor.
No, I mean I seriously have heard about it. It was.
Yeah, I know, but that rumor is probably started by people who have been likely getting a lot of natural ones. I doubt it was from Roll20, and if it was, it would have already been fixed long ago.
It was in a web show, and granted, the session where they recorded that had to have been done months in advance.
Regardless, we're still in game.
Mm.
So, as Cicada and Clara watch the stars, Jezebel finally gives a reluctant sigh and sits down and moves to be quiet. In fact, everyone in the small watchtower forgets she's even there for a moment, for at least an hour, with how quiet she's being.
Cicada uses her telepathy. Are you still there?
I hear the shh.
So,
Okay.
Rio, you keep quiet and you're reasonably stealthy. As far as you can tell, you don't think you're being very inconspicuous at all. Hour 3. The moon is now high in the air, and you can hear birds and bats flying. I need one
It's
more
like night.
stealth check.
Korax is still pretending to be very drowsy.
Another stealth check.
Yep.
My rolls are very meh tonight.
Let's see about mine.
Try rolling.
There-
Try rolling a couple of times. That sometimes helps because you
Eh.
get because you get your luck or something.
Yeah, I'm usually very unlucky anyway. Anyways,
Let's see.
I'm also going to keep an eye out for anything suspicious because I have advanced dark vision.
Roll me a perception then. So, while everyone else is quietly trying to keep a low profile, Cicada peeks over the edge and begins to scan the horizon. While not being as stealthy as one might hope, she does indeed see a shadow moving in the distance before it suddenly vanishes.
I am nowhere near Korax to use my telepathy.
You saw it somewhere around here.
Somewhere around where?
Bottom right.
Bottom right.
Yeah, ping it again.
Very bottom right.
Ah, okay. Alright, for this, I am actually going to use my invisibility again.
Alright. You are now invisible.
Okay, and I'm going to get up. But try not to get as close. Try to get as close as possible without alerting anybody.
Alright, that'll be a stealth with advantage.
Stealth with advantage. Oh my god, why?
Maybe you should have told me.
As you guys are quietly being stealthy, you hear the sound of the ladder creak, as if something is starting to scale it. What do you guys do?
I am using my telepathy to talk to people. I'm going to get Korax because I just saw something suspicious.
So something is apparently climbing up the ladder.
Up
No,
or down?
I'm talking. I'm using telepathy.
I know
You heard
Cicada.
Cicada
I
climbing.
know Cicada. You heard something climbing, either up or down, you can't tell. And Cicada has sent telepathy that she's going to get Korax. Okay?
Alright, so I guess that assumes that we can assume that was her that we heard. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna ask, did you see something?
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to use telepathy for Korax. Get ready. Something's coming.
Or and let's hope I can tranquilize it.
Corax, roll me a performance check.
I am actually quite good at those. See if
That's it.
And Cicada, I need you to roll me one perception check.
Oh.
Oh, see, this is good.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm going to follow down also.
Nope, you're staying right there.
Fine.
Because I'm about to do something.
Right.
That's a bit loud.
I need to just check how something works.
Okay. You all are caught by surprise as a person appears right beside Cicada
What?
and attempts to grapple her.
But I am invisible.
Yes, but they know the general vicinity where you are, so they're going to attempt to grab you.
Okay.
And they miss. They thought you were human sized, so they were grabbing above you.
Okay. I'm only, 4 feet high?
Everyone else, you all see a bespectacled cultist covered in green camouflage.
He's just got like camouflage paint, ash paint on his face, and he's just wearing the standard fancy robes.
Yeah, but they're all green, so he blends in with the grass.
Not well enough for what I'm gonna do to him.
So,
Oh, yay!
what would
a
you guys?
new friend.
What would you guys like to do?
I cast sleep on the cultists.
All right, roll the sleep spell for me.
Ignore the dueling style. If he has less than 20, if he has 25 hit points or less,
that's
he's
right.
down.
That's right. Sleep doesn't have a save, does it?
No, it just
No, it does not.
Points.
So, he's like looking at all of you, and he gives a snarl, and he moves to run away, and then he falls.
He goes unconscious.
I think someone forgot to take his evening coffee. Help me tie him up.
Oh, okay.
And get off his clothes.
Isabel laughs as she claps. She goes, "Well done, Corax."
Well, that's one issue out of the way.
You notice that he's not wearing any sort of insignia or signs that would tie him to any sort of church or religion.
I'm pretty sure the sleep only lasts a minute, so we'll remove his clothes for disguise, tie him up, and then let him wake up so we can question him.
Alright, you have a rope, so you tie him up.
Yeah, it lasts 1 minute.
Alright. He wakes up and he looks to all of you and...
My sword point is at his throat.
Just grins. She goes, "Hello, dear. Wakey, wakey."
So, you're going to tell us everything you know now, right?
No, you're going to kill me.
I
won't. I will not betray my glorious goddess to you.
I slap him.
Oh.
And you, first of all, do not disrespect the sun goddess in that matter. Second of all, yes, You will.
You serve as a false god.
I believe he would get advantage because he's technically hostile to you, even if he's tied
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like he. All it's required is that he actively not like us.
So, I'm sorry he got a 16. You failed, Clara. But you can try and talk to him.
That's what I would like to do, but everybody apparently is very violent today.
Cicada is just spouting the truth.
He and he shouldn't have disrespected one of the gods in front of Korax by worshiping a.
He spits at Cicada when she says that, by the way.
One, rude. I poke his forehead. We don't spit at others, dear.
So rude.
What would your goddess think if you acted in such a atrocious way to another person?
My goddess is a noble woman who would understand the sacrifice I am to make this day. If I must give my life, I will give my life. I will not betray her.
Why?
What has your goddess done for you that she deserved such devotion?
She gives me reason to live.
And you're willing to just throw that away? That seems like such a shame. I'm pretty sure God would be very upset to lose another devotee.
Without her, I might as well be dead. And I can tell your sort. You can
And what is our
torture me.
sort?
You can violently slap me. You can claim my god is false. But I will not tell you anything.
That's sure is loyal for somebody who's somebody fighting for a lie.
He spits at you.
Do you want some water? You're going to run out of water soon.
Do not badmouth my noble priestess.
There's a difference between
She
a priestess and a
brings the
goddess,
sun.
dear.
He cuts himself off.
What was he saying before he cut himself off?
I can't repeat it. If you weren't listening, you weren't listening.
People were talking over each other.
Fuck. Me not having taken the command spell. That would be really useful right now.
You keep saying goddess. Can I see if his clothes are maybe from the temple? Or do they look like they're probably from... Oh no, he's wearing camouflage. Never mind.
Yeah, he was camouflaged for the mission and made sure not to include anything that would incriminate his goddess.
So your goddess would rather is... What was the word I'm looking for? She wants you to murder others?
Don't
Right?
just...
That helps.
Don't just roll, Corax. You have to... No, it's okay. Flora. Too many
Yeah, so I
Cs.
actually muted my mic, and now I just realized that it was muted. So I meant to start playing for a minute, but apparently I was muted. So yeah.
Regardless of your playing, he just glares at you.
He still has to make the wisdom saving throw when I'm done playing.
So it's like charm person, so.
She was thinking of just using her natural charm, but apparently this is going to require a bit more.
These are cultists. They're very devoted. They'll do whatever they can.
So,
It doesn't have a DC there.
It should be the same as your spellcasting.
Spellcasting DC is 13.
Alright, well, they succeeded. They got a 13. Maybe you should try talking instead of casting spells, Clara.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I know, but you should let Clara have a turn too. Stage is yours, Clara. What are you gonna do?
You claim you have feminine wiles. Use them.
Okay. She looks at him and she's like, "Well, you sure you can't?"
You bite your tongue.
You can tell that she's clearly embarrassed about this.
I'm sorry, Clara, but you're just not that kind of part. You should try getting into a comedy routine instead.
I mean, if you get him to smile, maybe if you get him to maybe smile loud, maybe he'll tell us.
I'm sorry, but the rice just really aren't in your favor whenever you try and roll persuasion.
Yeah. All right. So
that's why I suggested talking instead of relying on a roll, but nope, you decided to roll. So what happens is you all step aside to let Clara have a moment, and what she does is she slaps the guy and then brings him into a slobbery dog kiss.
No.
And then steps back and says, "You want more of this?" And he just he just looks utterly disgusted. Sorry.
Tell us what we want to know, or we'll let her do it again.
Oh God! Please no.
Oh my God.
Like she just face palms. She's like,
now. Oh, are you willing to talk now?
I'm to give you a big old huge slappery one that's even more longer than that.
Alright, Alright. Is my mic picking up my... Yep, okay. So, if I cut out, just let me know, by the way. Laura, roll me another persuasion check.
Oh, come on. You'd be a wonderful toy to play with.
Look, my name is Clyde. I just... She's really pretty. I want to...
What?
What?
I'm rolling insight when he says that.
You have no idea what he means, but he just sighs and says, "Look, there's only one place that's cult-like in this city. You all know where I'm from. Do you really need me to say it?"
So you're a follower of the goddess Eris.
Yes, the sun goddess Eris, the one that brings the sun. And you should all bow down to her. Without her, we would not even have a sun to begin with. The sun would have been eaten by the dark god.
So Clara pulls out a certain book and she starts leafing through it. You guys go ahead. She's leafing through a book.
This dark god? Is that what you called it?
You don't know who
He's talking about the one responsible for the Black Sun. That is probably not Eris, but...
I want to hear what he had to say about this.
Eris is the only force here that can bring the sun. The reason there is a day of darkness is because once a month she goes and gets some proper rest.
Or she decides to just make the sun dark.
Goddess would never do that. Do you all really not...
Would you like to let him know what she said to you?
Do you all really not
I'm
know...
assuming Korak shared that with the party. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you all not realize what the Black God is?
You mean the Black Sun?
Yes.
How about you enlighten us, dear?
Out of character, does Ryu know what, or has seen depictions of what the sun got the real Eris looks like?
Yes. Because of her relationship with Alex, she would have had like a minor little prayer station in the temple.
And does that depiction he's seen look nothing like the goddess that he saw the other day?
Yep.
Clyde, let me tell you something. From where I'm from, we have clear depictions of the sun goddess.
She's not a sun goddess in those. She's a goddess of nature.
Does he know that?
Ryu would know that, yes.
Clyde, let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we know Eris, and she's not the sun goddess. She's the goddess of nature.
She with her that happens to include the sun.
Even so, oh yeah, crap! I almost fell off my chair. Even so, oh, to call her a goddess of merely the sun would be a gross underestimation of her power, wouldn't it?
You know, people can have the same name as another person.
Two gods having the same name?
It's happened before.
When?
To be fair, Ryu, this person could be a god, but they're using a different name and different concept.
And I have seen since this era, she is a fallen angel at best.
Agreed.
She's my angel.
Oh, great. Great. She's still engaged in identity theft.
And your angel is allowing you to murder people.
What do you want me to say? I am loyal to my goddess, and that will not change. You might as well kill me before you try and change that.
I'm curious to why she's sending you to kill people.
Yes.
That is a good question. Why are you killing the guards here?
A humble servant of the goddess doesn't ask such stupid questions as to why.
Well,
you just blindly do what someone tells you without knowing why.
That's why it's called faith.
Blind
murder.
Take from the paladin. You don't understand the first thing about faith, and I'm gonna kick this guy in the head and knock him out.
Ow! He's
really,
now
dear?
unconscious.
I still had a couple more questions for him. Thank you very much, Korax.
Well, maybe I know, but I just figured we could move him to a more secure location than this field.
Blind faith.
You do still have a few hours of guard duty.
That was going to be my point. We still have a while for you to be out here on guard duty, and we could have kept asking you questions for a little while longer.
That was mostly a joke. You, of course, don't have to keep on guard duty.
Yeah. I figured, if we leave him outside, it's more chances for him to escape.
Or for one of his robed buddies, he's to come save his ass.
So, you all drag.
Might as well take him into custody.
So, you all drag him away from the owlery. Do you take him to the police station or to your rooms?
PlayStation.
Yeah, like like frat boy pranks aside, Korax is fundamentally a lawful character.
All right.
He will up.
So the
Prison.
guards take him and they put him behind a cell and they place down a gold coin for you and say, thanks for preventing a murder. We're pretty sure the Allery folk is giving you a proper reward for that. So just this is just the thanks for bringing them in, and we'll make sure he gets his proper punishment after a proper trial.
Just remember, if he has issues talking, I can have some time with him.
No.
You see the
Flora,
man violently shudder.
No comment.
Alright. You folk get some sleep, eh?
Okay.
Aye. See you later.
Isabel's tapping her foot, annoyed. I still have some questions for him.
You wanna ask me questions? Go right ahead. He's just in cell block B. You got a guard on duty, so as long as you don't break anyone out, you're free to browse.
Jezebel waves her hand. She goes, "You all go. I have some questions for him."
Okay.
Would you like me to stay with you for persuasion?
Flora, I'm gonna be blunt.
You.
Flora, if I may be blunt, you're terrible at this whole flirting thing.
Today's an off day.
What?
Today is an off day.
Really, because it didn't seem like anything like you're anything different from how you usually are.
Charismatic characters are hard.
I'd go so far as to say Jezebel is putting on the flirty demeanor better than you are, and that's probably not even what she's going for.
Let's not chew Wedwood out.
You mean Brain?
Brain, yeah. He's doing his best.
We were doing it in character.
Yeah, I know.
True.
I'm just making sure to,
To be fair, out of character, Brain is not quite used to being a flirty character, and he's not doing. I mean, no offense, Brain, but it's kind of hard because you're not coming off very strongly as a flirty character. So maybe just work on that a little bit more, because to be honest, I didn't even get that from Cora. I got that she was very sweet or like a performer for fun, and not exactly like a flirty person.
My advice: just accept the character for what she is, a silly little dork.
Who thinks she's a good flirt.
Okay.
So
just roll with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mostly Jezebel says she looks to Cora. She goes, "Thank you, dear. Appreciate the offer. But if I need you, I'll call for you. How about that?"
Okay.
Just think it over. It's not something that every person can do, and yeah.
Anyway, I especially can't do it.
I'm trying. I'm trying very hard, so I hope I'm doing okay.
You're doing fine. But, regardless, you take to the cell, ask a few that are empty, a few that have someone in them, and you find the cultists there, glaring at you.
No, dear, let's not glare. You'll get wrinkles.
What do you want?
I just have a few questions for you, that's all. I mean, please don't blame my friend for kicking you in the head. I really didn't want him to do that. He goes to his own beat, let's say.
What do you want?
She just sighs, and then she'll go over and she'll lean against the bars, which is fine. She goes, "Did you happen to see an elf in the temple by chance?"
Yes, he is the Here's the. What was it? I'm just trying to think of the right term for it. Give me a second. Priestly advisor? That's about as close as I can think of it. He is the priestly advisor for my goddess. The knower of books. I mean, do you know how many people actually know how to read? I mean, I know A to G, but you know, if you ask me to do ask me where Z goes and what a Z is, I can't help you.
At the end, savages.
She goes, and have you seen this elf? He has silver hair.
It was more grey than silver, but I suppose you could call it that.
Right. Did you ever hear him speak?
Yeah, he was kind of and never stopped talking, honestly.
Is he in the temple now?
Should be, unless something's changed.
All right, so here's another question. Does he willingly help your goddess, or does she keep him there?
Of course he's willing.
Really now? How come I don't quite believe you?
The goddess would never trap someone against their will.
Well, my sources say different. Especially for the fact that, well, that your goddess is a pretender.
Well,
there's that as well.
You can ask to see him yourself. Go and ask my glorious goddess if you can visit. I am sure she will allow you to converse with the one who knows the many books.
For someone like me, you do know what I am, right? I don't think goddess is quite like my kind.
You're a kobold, aren't you?
Oh my god.
Someone's lips twitch for a second, and she'll go.
He then grins and laughs at you. Gets him every time. Filthy devil blood.
Wow.
This gives us where she goes, indeed. Sure would be a shame if something happens to your goddess because of this devil person,
You just try. My goddess is far stronger than you. And you can pretend and lie and say that she's been taken care of by coming to visit, but I know you're a liar. That's all your kind ever are. Toots.
Ooh. Should I be afraid? You are behind bars, you know. Another thing, I've taken on bigger things than goddesses. Or at least your little goddess, anyway.
Oh, I'm so scared. Any more questions, Toots?
Actually, yeah, I have something for you. I motion to try to come to the bars.
The guard on duty says, you're not allowed to give the prisoners things.
What was that you cut off?
You're not allowed to give the prisoners things.
Oh, trust me, it's nothing really that dangerous.
Sorry. Company policy.
And can I go in real quick? I'll be really fast, I promise.
I need to check your items first, and you need to leave all weapons here.
Oh, want to frisk me? Okay, then. She'll hold out her cape for him to touch her with a big old grin.
He gives a weary sigh and goes over her very thoroughly and puts all the weapons on the table, even the one you had hidden under your tongue.
Satisfied?
You may enter the cell. He opens the door, and he unlocks the door and opens it for you. Once you're inside, he locks it again just to make sure that you know.
I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let's give it a shot. I'm basically almost like stomp over to him and give a big ol' grin, and then I'm going to grab his shirt, and then I'm going to kiss him on the lips.
Nah.
He is going to struggle and try and push you away.
It's going to be really quick, but it wasn't anything really like deep, but it was just a quick little like burp kiss, and then I'm going to grin at him and then push him away. And then I'm going to smile. She goes, well, now you've been tainted by this devil woman. Let's see if your goddess will want you back after this. And I'm going to give him a wave and walk away.
Oh god,
Oh,
I've
that's
got
a
the
fate worse
devil's
than death.
touch. I'm going to become a demon.
That's not how it works.
You don't know that.
I mean, he doesn't even know how to use the alphabet entirely. You really think he knows how tieflings are made?
Exactly. The fact that he doesn't even know how to read, it basically gave me the idea.
So
Yeah, he's not right.
Nope.
as you're let out of the screaming cage and it's locked behind you, God just gives a weary sigh and says, "Great, now I've got to listen to that for the next 6 hours."
I mean, you could knock him out.
I'm
That's
not
what I was actually
allowed.
about to say.
I'm not allowed to beat up the prisoners.
In that case, would you like me to go in there and do it?
Are you with me, Corax? I didn't know you were with me.
I cut the tail. I cut like the tail end. When I heard he couldn't read, I got really offended, so I wanted to come in and see you torment him.
I'm outside.
Just
Sure hope you enjoyed that. And then I'm going to wipe the back of my mouth and just be like, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. And then I'm going to grab myself and casually walk out.
The guy just ushers you and just says, just go.
Kick.
So, you successfully get out of the prison.
God, you guys are horrible.
The devil's touch.
He was hey, that guy was being an asshole.
Language, 1. But you're not wrong.
Yeah, he called her toots and everything.
Well, he called me Tootsie name. I guess he wanted a kiss, so I gave him a kiss. You're welcome.
Anyway, what are you guys gonna do
He's
now?
being racist and he was being racist and sexist. I am perfectly justified in whatever I do to him now.
Let's go back to the Adventurers Guild and rest.
You make it back. While you are heading through the quiet halls, you see the light in the kitchen is still on. Only this time, there's a massive cake in the center being decorated by Glora's mother. And it has eyes that are
Flora just
blinking.
peeks her head around the door. She's like, "Hi, Mom. How's cooking?"
Oh, it's going well. I've just finished this cake for the Baker's family. They're having a wedding soon, so this is going to be the main course of the
Is
cakes.
it safe?
Oh, it's perfectly fine. Don't worry. The eyes are just... It's perfectly fine.
Cicada, curious, pokes at one of the eyes gingerly.
The cake seems to open like a mouth and it tries to bite the hand that poked the eye.
I pull back immediately.
Oh no, you've angered it now. Oh, calm down, dear. And you can now cake is flying everywhere and
Sorry.
pots and pans are flying. There's like a plate of cake that's flown out and lands in like Jezebel's hands. It's actually quite delicious.
I'm trying to calm it down.
No,
I'm just going to casually brush some off and then head towards my room quietly.
Regardless,
Oh, God.
the cake is calmed and you all head up and get a good night's rest. What would you like to do now?
Okay, so it's morning now. And no one's going to ever question Cicada's weird voice.
Nope.
I mean, I will later, but the thing is, I have the priority at the moment to do something else. I will, Cicada, trust me. It just right now, Jezebel's mind is set on that elf.
Okay.
Has the quest list changed at all?
Not yet, it's only been a couple of days.
Okay.
Well, real quick, I'm going to basically just skip into the room, all dressed and ready, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to stop at the temple. Who wants to come with me?
I will.
I
don't
will.
think. What? You're going?
Well, that prisoner we put in gave me some fabulous advice before I kissed him.
He was talking to Korax.
I don't know. I don't know. She does know my face at this point.
Exactly.
Yours as well.
Not mine, though.
We don't know what she's capable of, or what she'll do if she sees us again.
Who says I'm going to talk to her?
Who says you'll have the option?
Well, I could always ask her, I guess. Besides, you don't let you try, because there's somebody I need to talk to that's in there. You guys are welcome to stay here if you like. It's fine. If I need you, I'll signal for you. But all I'm going to do is talk. And to be fair, lately you guys haven't been in the very talkative mood, so maybe it is best you guys stay here.
May I come?
Of course, Cicada. After all, we gotta talk later too. She said that she pokes her beak with a bit of a stare.
She looks a little nervous.
So, only Cicada and Jezebel are going to the temple? Anyone else?
Chloe is thinking, she's like, I'm not sure I can help you.
It's fine. Me and Cicada will go for a bit. To tell you the truth, having Cicada with me might help even the playing field a bit, because of the fact that I am, quote, a devil woman. If you guys want, you guys are welcome to go talk to the prisoner we put in to see if you can get more information out of him. If he doesn't want to talk, just mention my name. She gives a bit of a smirk.
Yeah, apparently quite a team.
And that's
On
a
him.
bummer.
Anyway.
Apparently, they're out of ice cream at the store. Anyway, so you head to the Temple of the Sun. You find it filled with people quietly worshipping. A few guys at the front give you a brow and they ask you what your business is, just casually, like, welcome to the Temple of the Sun. How may we help you?
Visiting.
Very well.
You guys are so nice.
Visit away. We ask you stay away from the restricted areas. You will find guards posted at them. It's for your safety. Regardless, may you ever walk in the light of the sun.
Okay. Thank you.
Inside, Jezebel is cringing at that, but outside she's just smiling. She goes, "Thank you very much."
As you enter, walking over the red carpet, you can see many prayers, all nestled and curled around various statues of a angelic being with bat-like wings.
Jezebel covers her mouth to try to hide her smile for a second. Seeing the statue, she goes, "Oh my gosh, these are so fake." But she quickly clears her throat and just walks in, trying her very best to not laugh at at this whole building.
You can
And
see
Cicada's completely indifferent.
you can see a door to the west with two guards at the front, and up to the north you can find a small prayer room where the woman in question is currently giving the speech and addressing her crowd of adoring servants. You see that she is indeed quite beautiful, if not for the leathery black wings on her. You can see another guard over here to this door, but this door is unguarded.
I'm going to observe this goddess for a little bit just to see what exactly she preaches. Quotations.
Yes,
Oh,
Kata is also.
oh, my loyal subjects. Your praise gives me such warmth in these trying times. The weight of the sun is a heavy one, but rest assured I will ensure that the black sun does not cover the light. May you ever walk in the light of the sun. And all of them repeated and bring their hands together in prayer.
Isabel hides her smile again, trying so hard not to.
The woman begins to head off the stage and begin to head towards the room, the guard stepping aside to let her through.
Man, we should have asked her things.
Maybe it's best we not go to her directly, but she grins at the guard. Let's ask the guards.
Okay.
Jesus.
So I'm gonna casually stroll up to the guard over here that we saw the guards go through, and I'm gonna wave. She goes,
You cut out and she goes, Ninja?
Marco?
Polo?
Hello.
You cut
I
out.
said hello.
You cut
Will you
out
say that
after
again?
and she goes.
I said, and she goes, hello.
Ah, okay. The guard gives you a nod and says, Good day.
Is there a way I can find somebody here? I was told that if I ask for him, I can actually maybe talk to him.
Yes, who are you looking for in particular?
I'm afraid I wasn't actually quite given a name, but he is an elf with gray silver hair.
Priestly advisor.
Ah,
thank you,
you're after
Cicada.
the priestly advisor. He motions towards the bottom, the west door that's guarded, and he says, Talk to the guards over there and they will allow you to speak with the man who knows the books.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm gonna walk down that way then. But also make a mental note of the room that the goddess went into and the guard is guarding.
And it's got a door in front of it, so you're not able to get much of a view of it, but it looks to be quite small and you can feel the cold air coming from it.
It's the position of where it's at in the building.
Fair enough. So, you head down and the guards, after you explain the situation, step aside and begin to escort you. Sorry, I was just reading something. And they escort you down into a small, musty storeroom with books and tinctures, and there's a small table that's clearly some sort of ritual table that's got, blood stains on it. As the bookshelves are all very dusty and, except for one which is currently has the book stacked in front of it. And sitting there, surrounded by the books, you can see a silver-haired elf.
Jezebel looks at him closely for a second with tilts of her head. But she smiles all the same and then casually strolls out to him.
He glances up from his book and adjusts his glasses. Ah, yes. What knowledge of the sun goddess would you like to know?
I'm here for the sun goddess. She says with a grin.
Really? What are you here for?
I'm trying to find somebody, so to speak.
He then gives you an actual look instead of just casually glancing at you, and he notices both your appearances. And his eyes, they actually start to get a little bit of sparkle in them as he slowly begins to lean closer and looks at you both with clear interest. My. Uh, sorry. You said you needed something? What can I help you with? I am Elnath.
Hello.
Hello,
My name is Cicada.
And my name is Jezebel. Jezebel Vendetta.
Vendetta, you say? Interesting. So, how can I help you two?
See, I'm actually looking for somebody, and I believe you might help lead me to him. We were given a task from the person called the Gentleman. Not entirely sure where he's at, but we told he was probably here. So I was hoping maybe you'd be able to enlighten us a
yes,
bit.
that was me. I posted that advertisement. I wanted to post it under a name because I didn't want my name to be sullied with this entire mess. And he waves to the church dismissively. Yes, the gentleman is actually an anagram for my name.
Ah, Jezebel says, even though she tries to sound surprised, but she's not very surprised.
Yes, I am Elnath, and, pleasure to meet you. So you wouldn't happen to by any chance know a way to get out of here without having the guards come and, apprehend me and take me away again?
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's captured.
Yes,
He doesn't want to be here.
Jezebel gives a smirk. She already knew. She knew already.
I assure you the money I have, I can pay you. I do have money. But, I'd rather not be, forced to write scriptures about this sun goddess, for another couple of years. That would be great.
You mean the
Thanks.
pretender?
Yes, pretender. Can you get me out of here or not?
I knew it.
That is why I'm here, Ashley, dear, she says, and then she'll. Dang it, I have not drawn it yet. Forgot. She'll turn around also briefly for a second, and then she'll lift up her cape so that way he can see the symbol on her back.
This is the first time Cicada's seen this symbol, am I right?
Yes, it would be. Would you like to describe it for Cicada?
No, you mean Jezebel?
Jezebel, would you like to describe the symbol for Cicada?
I'll try. I've been trying to draw it out, but it's not. It's. Let me see if I can get it right. Basically, it looks almost like silver wings. They look both like a combination of feathered and like dragon-like in a way. But it's very simple design, but he should know it pretty well. I need to draw it out. Basically, it's just silver feathered wings.
Okay.
Has Cicada seen this symbol before?
Nope.
And
from what you can tell of the elf's expression, neither has he. He gives a look and he says, that's a very fancy symbol, but, so I do know polymorph, but they took my spell focuses and, I don't have a way to cast at the moment.
All right.
What?
She gives him a bit of a look and then she'll lower it again. She goes, all right then, dear. We'll try to figure out how to get you out, but the thing is, though, you need to tell us a little bit more about this pretender goddess. If I'm going to get you out of here, we need to know who we're up against because she will not be happy when you disappear.
Well, she's quite strong, she's quite tough, she has a few minions, and, they're a bit too much for an elf. I mean, an elf wizard. I'm not some all-powerful wizard, I can't... How am I supposed to go up against, like, a literal angel?
Okay,
Even a
dear.
fallen one. I mean,
First thing,
what am I supposed to do?
Breathe. I knew you were probably needing some help when you gave not only the name Gentleman, But when also you basically almost sent us to our deaths with that quest you had. So I came here to help you, and I will help you, but I need you to stay calm.
Oh, no, I posted that quest before this.
So I have some questions about that too, but still, I am here to help you. Well, at least we are. Actually, I'm glad you came, Cicada.
Well,
So I'm gonna look around the room real quickly. Do the shelves look like they can topple over pretty easily?
Yeah, fairly easily, though. When he sees you eyeing them, he says, "Hey, don't damage the books. I haven't read them yet."
Oh,
Do you want to get out, or do you want to read the books?
Can't we do both?
please.
Do we have to ruin the books? They might be lost articles of legendary lore and different theorems about.
I'm going to take a random book and look through a random page.
It is a book on how great the sun god is.
She puts it
You
back.
do realize that you are in the library of a pretender goddess. Are you sure none of this here is not only fake?
Fake or not,
Would you rather read?
Fake or not, it might still contain important information. As a reader of... I
can promise you legit fact books instead of these pretender ones.
Just stash what I can in my bag of holding, I guess.
What spell focus do you need?
Well, I mean, any sort of spell focus, a wand, a book, like a wizard book. I mean, I wouldn't really have access to my spells, but if I could scribe them down, it might work. I mean, if I could just find out where she stashed my book. I have nearly every spell up to the level I can cast, that is. I mean, I can't really cast high level spells, like I'm not some master wizard, I'm just,
Do you absolutely need your book, or can we just have something to replace it for now?
I mean, I guess I can rescribe the spells if I can get a bug, but that's gonna take so much time. I mean, I would really like my book back. I mean, it's got a poem from my firstborn child.
Oh, what does your book look like?
It's a simple leather-bound tome with a bit of a silver overlay around it, and the title is Elna's Spellbook.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dear. Say the name again.
Elnaith's Spellbook.
Elnaith's Spellbook.
That name sounds familiar, but I won't say because that's out of character.
I do know it's very close. I'm pretty sure they've got a warehouse or a storage where they've been storing my items. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I had like a what's it called? It's a stuff that when you put it down, it doesn't move. I have one of those giant jugs. I have a ring that shields your mind from effects, though I don't really need it because I'm immune to resistant to most charm effects. But I mean, I have it, and I've got quite a few rings.
One thing at a time. What do you need? What do you need most?
My spellbook, of course.
Okay.
How about one thing at a time then? Because technically we have another party. We have a bigger party, but there's only 2 of us currently. So the question is, do you want to leave now, or can you wait?
I mean, I guess I can wait. I mean, it gives me more time to read into these books, and I mean, the lore they've made up for themselves is really quite fascinating. Did you know that they've created an entire ritual specifically around dancing and partying that is said to bring out a fresh rainfall and sun shower? Fascinating.
Isabel gives a look, frowning, and she goes, I have no interest in learning about a pretender god.
Oh.
But you, I want to keep, she says with a grin, and then she'll stand up and she goes, get what you need and what you want. We'll try to be back later on tonight.
I'm already
Will you
married.
be kept here?
Yeah, that's not happening.
I mean,
She just grins. She goes, does it look like I care?
You are very rude.
Jezebel!
Thank you. She says with a grin and she goes, will you be here tonight?
I guess I'll be here tonight.
Good. It's a date then. She says as she twirls around and she goes, thank you so much for the enlightenment, dear. We'll be back another time.
I'm going to write a very, very bad review for them.
No! What about Cicada? She was trying to be nice.
He actually...
Association. I'm sorry, Cicada.
Regardless, you exit the room and the guards close the door. What do you do now?
Okay, I'm gonna leave the church, but as soon as I get out to the entrance and far enough away from everyone, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Alright. What are you doing, Jezebel?
I was actually going to look around the building and survey the area to see places to get in and out.
I mean, most of the windows are crystals, carved with glorious symbols of it is a church. Church windows.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
So, while I'm invisible, I'm actually going to go back into the church.
Alright. The doors are closed, but you are free to wander. It's pretty noisy with all the prayers going on, so...
Okay, and I'm actually gonna just walk on over to this side over here.
Okay.
And check the door.
The door is unlocked. However, you will have to roll stealth to try and get it.
Okay.
Korax, send me the what you write in your letter via PMs later.
Will do.
Cheers.
It's a 10.
Basically, it's basically just detailing what they found out, and please send reinforcements to help put down this heresy. He's not gonna send it yet. He's gonna see what we can do on our own first.
All right. So, Cicada, you see one of the cultists look a bit confused, and he rises and begins to approach the door when he sees that it opened and then closed.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here and just stand perfectly still.
He opens the door and looks in, and he calls out, "Anybody in here?" He goes over to a small, square window. Not really big enough to get out of, but just enough to get some air in so the place doesn't get musty. And he closes it up and then heads back out.
That was too close. So, once he's gone and the door is closed, I'm gonna rummage through the boxes.
Alright, so you have an hour, yes?
Yeah, I have 1 hour.
Okay. I will give you 3 checks. Well, no, you can decide. Each check is roughly 15 minutes of investigating. You have an hour, but you've already spent 5 minutes.
Okay.
So you can get 3 checks and keep your invisibility for 10 minutes, or you can do 4 checks and lose it.
But he did close this window over here. Maybe I can open it up again and sneak out.
It's a small window. It's like the size of a glass. It's just to let a little air in so the room doesn't get musty.
Okay. So with this first check, do I find anything in particular?
You find a lot of paper, some ritual instruments, a lot of paper. Oh my god, there's so much paper. You find the staff.
The trees.
Oh, that's the immovable rod, I imagine.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna take that, and that also turns invisible.
Alright. You got 2 more checks, or 3.
14?
You find a chest marked with, what was it? Priestly advisor. And in it you find, a couple of bags. When you open them, they appear to be black inside, but there's a couple of bags, and you're able to lift them up and tie them to your pouch fairly easily. You don't know what's inside them, though.
Notebook?
You need to investigate the chest. There's more in there.
Alright. 113.
You do indeed find at the very bottom, underneath some rather decent, adventuring gear, a small leather-bound tome with Elnates.
Okay, that's
Wait,
it.
no.
I'm leaving.
Now you need to roll one more stealth check.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, dude.
19.
You're out smooth as butter.
Yeah. I'm waiting
Right, and
outside
then
for
I'm gonna
Cicada.
casually walk out of the church again.
Alright. So you make it outside, and Jezebel, you eventually see Cicada appear right in front of you. Yes, I know. It's very annoying. I don't care. Get lost. So,
Dear.
do you
I got
meet
the goods.
do you meet up with the others?
Yeah, I meet up with the others.
Alright. So you
Before I give-
reconvene a little bit from the church. I'm just gonna move you all down here.
Hello, dears.
Hello.
Well, did you find the guy?
Yes.
Indeed.
And I found his things.
Yes. It appears he is indeed a prisoner. She says casually, like it's no big deal.
Oh, all right. That, and it's about time we had a. It's about time we came up with a plan to get him out.
That is his request. He did say he would pay us, of course, but I'm curious to why he was kept here exactly, besides the fact that he is basically a scholar for the pretend goddess.
Scholar.
He's kept downstairs in a kind of library, so to speak, with tons of books that basically is dedicated to this pretender goddess.
Unwillingly.
Yes, of course, unwillingly. He's curious about the books, and he's trying to get a couple of books that he wants to keep for himself. So we're going to wait till tonight to come and get him out.
I stole back his things.
Yes, and apparently he is a wizard because he needed his book.
Well, that explains why he can't just get himself out. They have something of his.
Yep.
So, Ria, the book Cicada is holding up, and the belts and bags and the stuff, they all look vaguely familiar to you. You may roll history to see if you remember. Yep, you know who these belong to.
Cicada,
Yes?
where did you get those?
These were the scholars. They kept them in a storage in the church, away from him.
Apparently this is his spell focus.
Ryu walks up to Cicada. Ada picks up one of the objects and observes it closely. You notice that he's got this is the most interested this is the most this is the most blatant look of interest that you've seen him have since this whole cult mess started.
Yeah.
Cicada.
Cicada blinks.
Cicada, what's this? Did the scholar tell you his name?
Elnath?
What?
Does that get Korax's attention at all? Like, how well known is that name?
I mean, Korax would know an Elnath, but not an Elnath. It's up to you. It's up to you if you'd be able to draw the comparison there.
Connect the dots.
I'm gonna roll insight for that.
Regardless, Ryu, you were saying something?
Nope.
You mean to tell me that's Elnath in there?
Oh, you know Elnie?
He's my great grandfather. We have to get him out of there.
Oh.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Calm down, Ryu. She said that she holds up her hands and tries to soothe him down. It's in broad daylight. The goddess is in there. She just finished a sermon and there's tons of people inside. I know you want to get him. I want to get him out as well. But we have to wait.
Tomorrow.
Right.
Easy. Breathe, Foxy. It's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna give him back his things.
Yes, we will come tonight when the church is empty and quiet, and we'll get him out. The thing is, though, is that because he is a prisoner here, more than likely he will be guarded. So it's best that we prepare.
So, Korax, I will let you roll another insight if you want.
That is significantly better.
And might be, and could be. Korax is going to reserve judgment until he sees the man.
Okay.
Was this Elnath person mentioned in the book that Clora's borrowing?
So, yes, you know an
Elnath. Weren't you paying attention?
Yeah, I know, but it would a similar sounding name be in the book?
Yes, only there they've got it pronounced. They've got pronunciation, and they show that it's pronounced Elnath. And Ryu, you would know that your grandfather gets really annoyed when people call him Elnath and not Elnath. In fact, he had you repeat it constantly for a couple of hours one day to make sure that you said it right. Not tortuously, just like, would you like some dinner? What's my name?
Elnath.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And Cicada isn't totally familiar with Elnath, so he has mimicry.
Regardless,
She'll repeat Elnath over and over for him if he really wants.
Yeah. Well,
Korax grew up hearing the stories.
Guys, regardless, that's what you all know. You may continue on now.
Jezebel does tap her chin for a second and she mumbles, that's why he didn't recognize it. Makes sense now. And then she'll just casually look up to Ryu and she'll go, well, you have our promise, Foxy. We'll definitely get him out of there.
Cicada nods in
Sorry.
Cicada nods in agreement.
And then Jezebel grins. She goes, I knew there was a reason why I liked him. And she grins to Ryu.
Ryu has this. Ryu's not barely paying attention. He's just looking at all of Elnath's belongings with a worried look on his face.
You notice he's gotten one more bag of holding since you last met him.
He has multiple bags of holding?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had 10, and now I think he's got 11, maybe 12. It's a little hard to count for you, Ryu.
That's a lot. That's more than you would ever need. He must like to collect them. But I'm going to get his stuff back to him. Discreetly.
Of course, get him out, too.
We're not just gonna get his stuff back to him. We're gonna get him out of there.
He said he was a wizard.
And you said he doesn't have his spell book.
This is his spellbook. I'm going to get it back to him.
And we will. But for now, like I said, we need to think of a plan. Because more than likely, if worse comes to worse, we'll have to face this pretender goddess.
If it comes to that, then I'll make her pay for imprisoning my great grandfather.
Easy now, dear. To be fair, your your great grandfather, didn't really want to leave the library right away. There were a lot of books there he wanted to keep, so best to see what exactly he wants to keep that could be beneficial before we all of a sudden decide to go ahead and try to kill a goddess.
One here for the books. That sounds just like him.
Isabel chuckles. And she goes, gotta love a man who's knowledgeable. And then she'll look to the others. She goes, well, it seems we're doing a rescue mission. Everybody in?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Anything else you guys would like to do before your time skip?
We may want to pick up the gold from previous task.
Oh yeah, guard duty.
Yeah. And okay. So what time? What time? Is it? Wait, what time is it when we were planning to go in? What time are we planning to go in?
Well, I think I was thinking of actually going in there by myself to go see the wizard just to give him his stuff back, first and foremost.
Like right now?
Like later tomorrow. Just to.
I was gonna say we wait until midnight, when it's basically like peak of the night.
But there'll be guards abound, for sure.
Yes, but if this goddess really is a sun goddess, then it might be I'm doing quotations in the air, then maybe at night is when she probably won't be as active.
Guard. They probably don't let people in at night.
That's why we sneak in.
Yeah, who said anything about letting us in?
You have the right mindset, Cicada, but the thing is, these guards are keeping this man here. They're not going to let us just walk out with him, even when we give him his book.
I was thinking he would let himself out.
One elf against quite a few guards? I'm not so sure.
You did hear him say the word cicada, so you can repeat it.
Yeah, he has polymorph and everything, so...
Doesn't hurt to have backup to make sure he gets out okay. Because technically we don't really have to fight. Because, we don't really have to fight the guards, just distract them.
I think I just walk past them when it's daylight, tell them to see the priestly advisor again. Then go right on in and give him his stuff back, and then walk right out.
With him in a bag?
No. Maybe.
I think it would be kind of funny if maybe Ryu were to actually go in there and like try to give the stuff back and him meet his great grandfather. But do we have time for that?
The guards know me now, so
They know us, yeah. But they also know Ryu too, but it's not like as if they I mean, would they be suspicious if you were to go in and talk up to the
I haven't been in.
hmm.
I don't know then.
Well, if you guys are having trouble deciding, we can wrap up early and you guys can have a week to decide.
This sounds like the kind of thing. This sounds like the kind of thing where we have no idea what's or we'll have no idea, what to expect no matter how long we plan it out.
Well,
So then the options I see then are we go Cicada or whoever goes in now takes him his books, which I think would be like kind of like poetic, so to speak, if Ryu were to go in there and do it himself. Or we sneak him out at night, if we can.
I was thinking of sneaking him out in broad daylight with him polymorphed and in a bag.
Or yeah, do what Cicada said, just find more from now. So I mean, anybody want to decide that now, or do you want to wait?
Could probably do that now and sneak him out right away. With none the wiser.
You want to just hand me the stuff and I can go do it. I haven't been in there.
I mean, they know me now.
TikTok, you gotta make a decision.
I would personally like to do it, if that's okay.
Fair enough.
Alright, so is that the plan you guys are going with?
Why not? Because we can't decide, might as well just do it.
Alrighty. So, well, you will stay some distance away. What are you doing, Cicada?
Okay, I'm just gonna walk right in. Tell him I'm here to see the priestly advisor.
Alrighty. They give you a nod and let you enter. And same thing with the cultist guards. They give you a... Though they puzzle a bit and say, again, did you not ask all your questions?
Not all of them.
Alright.
Further discussion needed.
Alright, go on down.
Thank you. And she goes in to meet Elnath again.
When you arrive, you can see him currently, rushing through all the shelves and going, oh, but do I want the one on cultist inauguration, or do I want the one on brainwashing? Oh.
Excuse me.
My stuff! Oh! And he pulls you up and brings you into a big hug and he says, oh, I could kiss you, thank you so much. And he begins
You're
taking
welcome.
his stuff back, he begins clipping all his bags of holding, and then he opens one and just starts pushing book after book into one, and then when no more books fit in that one, he starts adding more books to the next one, and the next one, and he keeps at this and goes, right, so when's the rescue happening? How much time have I got?
Huh?
How long have I got?
Sorry, you cut out quite a bit.
He's asking how long he's got, and while stuffing books into his many bags of holding.
A lot of time.
Oh, alright, so, wanna help me pack all these books into these bags for holding?
Sure.
Bonding!
She starts shoving books into the bags of holding.
Bonding, you take these 5 and I'll take these 5.
Okay.
So, about, let's say, 10, 15 minutes pass and you get all the books in. And, one of the cultists briefly knocks on the door and Elnath calls out to say, yes, we're nearly done. One day I'll be able to fireball this place from a distance. That'd be nice. Anyway, thank you so much for the help with these. My lovely book. He begins to nuzzle against the book a bit.
Do you want to get out now or
Yes.
later?
Yes, let me just find my polymorph spell. Here it is. Alright. He claps his hands, and there's just suddenly a spider that drops to the ground. A little black spider, which crawls up and nestles in the feathers.
Yeah. She's okay with this. And then she casually walks out.
The guards close the door behind her.
Hey, thank you very much. Goodbye.
You completely, casually walk out.
The perfect crime. And then we're back at the Adventurers Guild.
By the time you
Can
get
I-
back, you begin to hear reports of some sort of chaos erupting near the Temple of the Sun, but, you guys are safe in your inn. It's probably nothing to do with you.
The perfect crime.
When you
The
guys...
thing is, he doesn't know Ryu is here now.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to show Ryu the little black spider that's nestled in my head.
Once you guys get up to the inn room, that is, and you see the spider jump off your hand, and then your grandfather appears.
Finally, reunion.
Ryu! He gives you a hug. Oh my god! It's been... Wow, you've grown so big. The last time I saw you, you were like the size of a little pup. Oh man, so many years have passed. Oh, so many birthdays I've missed. Oh, I am so sorry. So hard to keep track of time as an elf. You have no idea. You have no idea how hard it can be. Like, you sit down to enjoy a good book, and the next thing you know, 10 years have passed.
It's all right, great-grandfather. I'm just glad to see you're safe.
I'm glad to see you're safe, too. You're not doing anything too dangerous, are you? You know, your mother would have my head.
That depends on your definition of the word dangerous.
Yes. Perfect. Don't tell me any details, otherwise I might have to lie to her. And, you're not supposed to lie to your children. It is so good to see you. Right.
What did he say?
He said it's so good to see you. Right, thank you all so much for getting me out of there. As agreed upon, I have got some money that I will give to you. And he begins to take out book after book after book from the bags of holding as he begins to look for his coin purse. Now, I just gotta find my coin purse. Give me give me 2 hours. I should have found it by then.
She's
Okay.
trying to catch all the books and put them in order.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the
thank you,
meantime,
dear.
have we been paid? Have we been paid for bringing in the murderer? That one cultist.
Let me quickly pull up that handout really quick.
I'm not sure we've even been to the owlery once since we got back from that.
Yeah, you haven't gone to pick it up yet, but when you do, you will get the reward.
Alright.
Right. Before you guys go off to get the reward you were just talking about, pleasure to meet you all. I am Elneath. I am.
Clara thinks for a moment. She's like, that sounds very similar to this name in this book, and she pulls up the book.
Elneath. Not that. Elneath.
Why do humans always call me that? It's not Elnath. Not Elnath. Elnath. Drives me mad a little bit. It's not that hard. Nath. Nate. Elnate. Elnate.
Okay.
Ryu's just
Korax is now thinking, all right, yeah, just a coincidence.
Ryu is just chuckling at this.
I swear, your mother does it on purpose sometimes.
Oh,
She did.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew she did it sometime. I should have. What's the proper punishment? I mean, she's a little too old to snacks, but maybe no, I can't really take her dinner. She can make her own food. I know. I'll put her on babysitting. No, wait, she's already got babies. Actually, the babies are already adults, so that won't really work either. I don't think I can actually punish her. That's an issue. I mean, if I can't punish my kids, how am I going to make sure that they're growing up right? Quite a pickle. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. None of that matters. How? What? You clearly came after me for some reason. I mean, you were looking for me for some reason. Yes. How can I help you? I am Elnath. I studied at the Great Elven City. I have a photographic memory, so I've remembered every single book I've ever read.
Same photographic memory.
Oh, photograph buddies!
Photograph buddies.
Here, have a bag of holding.
Oh, thank you.
Now help me get the rest of these books out so I can find where my money is.
Okay.
He then goes back to pulling out book after book. The room is starting to actually get a little hard to move in by this point, with just how many books there are.
So
Cora
many
is
books.
bored. She starts alphabetizing the books.
So,
Leave
You
you
know-
to it then. Just waves as she heads over to the bar.
so I'm assuming you guys go to collect your money from the Adventurers Guild after, like, the AliExpress gives you a slip that says, yeah, you did it, and, the guy goes, hey, thanks for finding that guy and turning him in. They actually got some information about it, and they're going to take down the temple. Something about a couple of paladins coming in and demanding that they burn it down immediately, something or other, I don't know. Regardless, here's your 300 gold, and, remember to mark that you've completed the quest at the Adventurers Guild.
Nice.
60. So out of character, 60 each, right?
Cora says we promised half of that to someone already.
You did too, that's right.
Burton, yeah.
So,
I'm
you
gonna enter the treasure document.
You find Burton casually leaning against the wall and he says, oh hey, congratulations on getting paid. I suppose you'll be going to sell that tincture up in the city north, yeah?
It's Burton, right?
Burton, yes.
Yes, but Burton, your information was half correct on who I was looking for. So that she gives him a look.
Was it? Very well, very well. In that case, I will only take half of the money I was to receive. So, half of 150 is, I think it's 70, but let me double check. 75. So he takes 75. So
No, it was 300, so... Okay.
So
you will get 45 gold.
Oh,
thank you kindly,
okay.
Burton. I do appreciate your information, and that person was actually important.
No. I completely understand. If my information is not correct, I am willing to take the loss to maintain my integrity.
You're such a good guy. And she tries to hug him.
He hugs you back. Now, I must get going. I've got other clients and other missions. I mean, there's a lot of people trying to hide at the moment after, occult spending is always good for business.
Indeed. Also, Burton, and real quickly, she pulls out a letter, and she waves to him. While she gives him a gold, an extra gold. Can you send this for me, please? I would appreciate it.
Of course, I shall have it delivered by my safest envoy.
Thank you kindly. She blows him a kissy face.
He bows and then vanishes. Also, by the time you get back to the room, you actually can't get in anymore. But you hear a voice muffled echo out, I found my wallet. I'm just putting all the books away. Give me maybe another hour. Another hour should be enough.
You hear Clara say, what does this book start with? I don't recognize this language.
Oh, that's not in an actual language. That's one I made up in, I think it was around 200 years old. I wanted something to write special books in that I could catalog information. What you're holding is actually my diary, funny enough.
How am I supposed to alphabetize it?
Put it under D for diary.
Okay.
Right, and
Isabel sighs as she goes, Dear, you might want to be quick because things might actually get pretty bad. We might have to leave on a short notice.
oh,
Just warning you now.
Very well, I will double pace. Let's do this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Jezebel shakes her head as she just goes down to the bar to get a drink.
I'm
Cicada's
sorry.
having fun.
I'm sorry, but Cicada copying Elnath is just adorable.
They.
Regardless, is there anything anyone would like to do before we wrap up this session?
Nope. That'll be it. I think nothing
we're
that I
good.
can think of.
Alright, then with that, the session is done. Hope you all had fun.
I had fun.
So, let me in the stream, and goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Happy New Year.
Happy
I
New
corrupted
Year.
somebody. Bye.
Bye.